There are many qualities of the people I'm blessed to serve as priest here at St. Luke's that continue to form and shape me in marvelous ways. One of those qualities, though, has been as we've been journeying together over the past almost 6 years and looking for ways in which to love and serve those in need around us, there's been a consistent call to me to see that there's plenty of need just outside the gates of St. Luke's right here in Milwaukee. There's nothing wrong with this, but there are some churches that do these big endeavors, raising a bunch of money to take a missionary trip to a developing nation and try to make a difference and spread some love and light and peace that way. And there's nothing wrong with that, but the people here have consistently called me to see that while that might be a possibility, there's plenty of need right here, and we're committed to trying to help love grow in marvelous and holy ways right here in Milwaukee. And that's translated into some very practical and wonderful projects. As I've talked about in previous Pause and Praise, we have an organic giving garden, and everything we grow we give away to the food pantry right here in the Bayview neighborhood to feed the local hungry. We've partnered with 2 amazing schools who serve students, many of whom are in a whole lot of need. One of those schools we collect school supplies for. Over the summer, we supplied the entire 3rd grade class this past year with all of their school supplies. And another school, we collect winter gear, hats, gloves, jackets, scarves. And we just blessed a bunch of all that last week to give to this school in the coming week as the weather now turns cold. And it's just up the road, just outside the gates of St. Luke's. And it's been really wonderful to be part of a community that calls me to see this invitation to enter more deeply into life and love and service that's just right here, right in front of me, right in front of us, right outside the gates of this parish. In chapter 16 of Luke's Gospel, Jesus tells that story I'm sure many of us are familiar with, of the rich man and Lazarus. And the story works on so many levels and has depth and wisdom on so many levels that's worth our reflection and prayer. But one of those levels is this notion that every day when the rich man went home, he went through the gates. And right outside the gates was this poor man named Lazarus. And every day, right outside the gates, was this invitation for this rich man to enter more deeply into life and love and service. But because of his materialism, he missed that invitation. And he lacked tremendously because of missing that invitation. And in truth, it's easy to miss that invitation that's right outside the gates of our lives, sometimes because of materialism or just the busyness of our lives. But today we're invited to pause and pray and reflect with deep gratitude at just how near God's invitation is to enter more deeply into love and life and service. Not just in those who are in need right outside the doors of our churches and in our neighborhoods, but even in the gift of those who walk most closely with us through every unremarkable day of our lives. I think of aging parents or children, family or friends who walk with us and pull us more deeply into love, whether we realize it or not. Ultimately, to celebrate the gift that's behind all of that. That yes, we have a God who longs to continue to invite us more deeply into life and love and service. But God doesn't give us that invitation from a distance. No, God gives it to us right here and right now in each and every single moment of our lives. And all we have to do is open the gates of our lives to hear that holy invitation more deeply. God's peace and blessings to you all.